Let me say something that will instantly split the room. One group will feel attacked. Another group will feel relieved. A third group will feel confused, but curious enough to stay. Buying cars and phones on EMI is one of the biggest money scams of modern life. Not illegal, not shady, not hidden, open, normal, celebrated, and if you're already thinking, scam, that's dramatic, good, that reaction alone tells me you're exactly who this video is for. Because real scams don't feel dangerous. They feel convenient, they feel smart, they feel responsible, they feel normal. Stay with me, because this isn't about interest rates, or affordability, or budgeting. This is about how your future income is quietly pre-sold, and why people who think they're being financially disciplined often end up trapped the longest. Let's reset the definition. A scam is not always fraud. A scam is any system where you think you're gaining convenience, but you're actually surrendering leverage, while someone else locks in guaranteed upside. By that definition, EMIs aren't neutral tools. They are behavior-shaping mechanisms. And the most dangerous thing about them, they don't target reckless people. They target responsible people. People who pay on time, plan ahead, avoid risk, want peace of mind. Which already tells you something is off. Because systems that punish irresponsibility don't grow this big. Systems that monetize discipline do. Let's talk psychology. Nobody wakes up wanting debt. They wake up wanting comfort, status, reliability, belonging, relief from friction. EMIs sell emotional anesthesia. They remove the pain of payment from the moment of purchase. You don't feel the cost. You feel the lifestyle. And your brain loves that. In behavioral economics, this is called pain decoupling. The cost is delayed. The pleasure is immediate. That alone should raise alarms. Because every system that separates pleasure from consequence creates overconsumption. And overconsumption is extremely profitable for everyone except the consumer. Let's start with phones. A $1,000 phone sounds expensive, but only $40 a month. That sounds responsible. Until you zoom out, phones depreciate brutally, faster than almost any consumer asset. Yet EMIs normalize upgrading, every year, every 2 years, on autopilot. You're not buying a phone. You're subscribing to permanent consumption. And here's the subtle trick. People justify phone EMIs because they say, I need it for work. But need doesn't justify over specification. You didn't buy functionality, you bought identity. And EMIs make identity affordable today by taxing your future flexibility. Now let's talk cars. Cars are marketed as freedom, safety, family responsibility, achievement, but financially, they are rapidly depreciating, maintenance heavy, emotionally sticky. When you buy a car on EMI, something dangerous happens. You don't just commit money, you commit years of future decisions. Because now, you need stable income, you avoid risk, you can't experiment, you can't downshift easily. The car doesn't just move you, it anchors you. And here's the irony, people buy cars on EMI to feel free, but end up structuring their lives around the payment. That's not freedom, that's pre-sold time. This sentence has destroyed more wealth than bad investments. I can afford the EMI. Affordability is not wealth. Affordability is cash flow tolerance. If you can afford a monthly payment, you're not asking the right question. The real question is, what does this EMI prevent me from doing? Quitting a job, starting something risky, moving cities, taking time off, investing aggressively. EMIs don't just cost money. They cost optionality. And optionality is where real wealth comes from. Banks don't push EMIs because they're helpful. They push them because EMIs lock in predictable cash flow, reduce consumer bargaining power, increase lifetime customer value, create dependency cycles. Once you're in, you're less price sensitive. You're more compliant. You're easier to upsell. This is why zero down, zero interest EMIs exist. Not because they're generous, because they're sticky. A customer with obligations is a customer who behaves. You've probably heard this defense: debt is okay if it's good debt. That idea has been dangerously oversimplified. Debt is only good if it increases future income. It compounds independently of your labor. It expands optionality. A phone doesn't do that. A car rarely does. Most EMIs don't generate return. They generate maintenance of lifestyle. And lifestyle doesn't compound. It decays. Here's the uncomfortable part. The smartest people fall hardest. Because they calculate interest. They negotiate EMIs. They optimize payments. But they never question the structure. Optimizing a bad structure doesn't make it good. It just makes you efficient at staying stuck. This is why people earning 6 figures still feel fragile. High income plus high fixed commitments equals low freedom. So here's the question I want to leave you with. If EMIs are so smart, why do they require your future but give you nothing that grows? Why do they feel empowering but reduce your ability to move? And why is saying no to them one of the fastest ways to feel rich long before you actually are? Notice something. This video didn't tell you, never use EMIs. Never buy cars. Never upgrade phones. That would be shallow. This was about seeing the system clearly. Because once you see it, you stop asking, can I afford this? And start asking, what is this costing me beyond money? People who ask that question don't need motivation. They need clarity. And clarity changes behavior quietly, but permanently.